Assalamu alaikum, it's Ayesha from Sakoon, and today I'm going to be talking to you about bereavement. I do hope your Ramadan is going well. So let's first of all focus on what is bereavement. So bereavement is when one experiences a loss of a loved one due to death. And when we go through that experience, it can be really, really traumatizing. We go through these intense emotions. We can suffer in silence. We can do things that we never imagined ourselves doing. And it can be a really intense experience. Sometimes we go through these experiences and we feel like there's no ending to these emotions that we're going through. It's a very bizarre emotion. We don't know why these emotions are happening. But let me tell you first and foremost, when we do go through bereavement, a lot of the intense emotions that we go through is absolutely normal. And it's really important to be able to talk about it. And this is where it's really helpful to go to a counsellor who can explain to you about the stages of bereavement. So let's talk a little bit more about what are the symptoms, what are the intense emotions that you go through. So first and foremost, people grieve in different ways. There is no right or wrong way when it comes to grieving. You may notice some people get very, very emotional. You see them getting very upset, very tearful. They can't control their tears. They will talk a lot about what's happened. Some people don't talk about it at all. So that's something that's quite common that we do recognize and is associated with bereavement. However, some people can also become very numb, where they don't display any emotions at all and they just carry on with their life, and it's almost, you think, oh, what's happened there? Why are they not experiencing any emotions? And this is, again, their way of coping. Everyone has different ways of coping with their bereavement. You also get people who can become really aggressive. So you notice a change in their behavior. They become angry. They become snappy. You notice that whenever you say something to them, they're not their cheerful or smiley or normal self. So you notice that they become really angry and shifty, and they're always on the edge. And you also get people who always feel this feeling of guilt. That why has this happened? Is it to do with me? And they'll go through this process of ruminating and worrying and thinking, what could I have done differently? So these are just some of the examples of some of the emotions, some of the symptoms that you might notice when someone is going through grief. And what you will really primarily notice is a complete change in their behavior. And this is, again, something that you can say to someone who's going through grief, that this is absolutely normal. And what's really important is that they have someone that they can talk to. So let's now look at what you can do if you know someone who's going through grief and some of the ways that you can help them cope.